first year at MSU Denver, I needed help in my educational and career planning in choosing the right classes for my major and for my further education plan.
During my first year at MSU Denver, I needed the most support in building community, and I was able to do that by cultivating relationships with other students in my classes.
During my first semester, I definitely needed the most support in learning just how to manage everything, how to schedule out homework time and balance between work and school and just life in general. And I think that was the area that I needed the most support in, was just learning how to manage my time to be able to be successful in all different areas of life as well as school.
Hello, I'm Andreas, and in my first year at MSU, I needed the most help with scheduling classes, financial aid, insurance, scholarships. I was a first year student, and no one in my family knew anything of college or anything, so I had to start from the beginning, from scratch, and I needed help on everything. So yeah.
In my first year at MSU Denver, I needed the most support and just learning that I could be a college student. I went in as a first-generation student and with a learning disability. For the summer before my freshman year, I spent a lot of nights just up all night thinking about every bad thing that could happen and just crying, wanting to drop out before I even started college because I had it in my head that I wasn't gonna do well. I just totally thought I was gonna fail. What was the point? And my mom pretty much talked me down, told me just try one semester and then you can decide if college is for you or not. And so I did. I started my first semester and none of the bad things I thought would happen did. And actually my semester was the complete total opposite. So I learned there are a ton of resources for a first-generation student, and that we even have a program to help first-generation.
My biggest support networks in my first year at MSU Denver were my advisors, my classmates, and my peer mentors.
My biggest support networks in my first year at MSU Denver were my advisor and my professors in my first year classes. They were really helpful and very understanding. And also my parents. They were super encouraging and very supportive.
So my biggest support network when I first started at MSU Denver was my parents, my academic advisor, and the professors.
My biggest support networks in my first year at MSU Denver were transfer peer mentors, some of my professors, definitely my advisor, and so then other students in some of my classes. And in those classes we had study groups, and so we got together and we studied the material that we're going over, and that seemed to be very helpful and was very supporting.
As far as my career path, during my first semester here, I think the biggest thing was somebody to let me know that during that first semester and during that first year, like that's when you can start thinking about your career. Just because you're taking gen ed classes doesn't mean that you need to wait until your junior or senior year to start planning what you want to do after you get your 4-year degree. I think it's important to have help, and it was helpful for me to have professors that were already talking to us about what we wanted to do down the road, even though we were really just starting.
I needed the most help with my educational and career planning by just changing my major. When I first came to MSU Denver, I was determined to be an aviation and aerospace science student. Part of me still wants to do that. However, now I know that English is actually where a lot of my focus lies. I've always loved English, and I've kind of always wanted to be a book editor as well. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. It took me an entire semester for me to realize that I should follow the dreams that I've had for a really long time, not the one that just kind of sprung up in my head one day. So if you are coming into MSU Denver and you know for sure what you want to do, don't be afraid to look for other options. See if something else might interest you as well. And if you're coming and you have absolutely no idea what you're going to do at MSU Denver or as a career afterwards, that's all right. We've got so many people on campus who can help you figure it out.